Have you ever stopped to think that bees are half a meter wide? Insects in Minecraft are freakishly big. Welcome to a new video of BeeGrower161, and today we will see some mechanics about bees, hives and honey, and how to build an automatic farm. Let's begin! In some biomes you will be able to find these, the bee nest. Typically these nests generate on two trees, oak and birch, and in fewer cases in mangrove trees. And if you want to generate these, we just have to plant a flower no more than 2 blocks away, a sapling. So when this sapling grows, it will have a 5% probability to generate a bee nest. Well, it should be here. So we just need to come here with our Silk Touch tool and take the nest when the bees are inside. So with a block we just have to block the entrance, which is this face right here. In this case, bees will be able to enter, but not to get out. It is not necessary to take the nest. Another thing we can do is put this campfire just beneath the nest. This will avoid the bees stinging us in case we take the nest, take out the honey, or take out the honeycombs. By right-clicking with our shears, we obtain 3 honeycombs. These 3 honeycombs with some planks, we have the recipe to craft this, the beehive. So this is pretty much a bee nest, but we can craft it, and it performs pretty much the same functions as the bee nest. We place it nearby, and the bees can actually use it as a home. So we just take 2 bees, give them each a flower, love mode, and they reproduce. So this new bee is going to search for a bee nest or a beehive, and make it its home. They will immediately start the action of pollinizing flowers and go back and forth to the nest or the hive, and as you see here, it will start to raise the honey level of that nest or the hive. In this case, it is level 1. And once it reaches a maximum level of 5, you will see the texture of the honey dripping through the holes. We come with shears or empty bottles and obtain what we want. According to a Minecraft wiki, once we place the nest or the hive, we will see that the bees are going to adventure no more than 22 blocks away, its home. It seems to be working quite right. So they go through the flower and constantly go back and forth to the hive. But for the purposes of our farm, we're not going to need this great distance. We can make something really compact. We must also know that depending on the honey level of the hive, we will obtain a different level of redstone signal. In this case you will see honey level 0, and placing a comparator reading a signal across this block, level 0. In this case, honey level 1, power is 1. Remember, we can do it directly through a comparator here, or through a block. And regarding to texture, between levels 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 there is no difference. But in case of honey level 5, we will see this texture of honey dripping through the holes. Here, power level is 5. This is the power level we need to detect to know when the beehive needs to be harvested. We'll do this through dispensers. So if we place a dispenser facing the beehive through a redstone signal, it will be able to collect the honey if it has empty bottles inside. But in case the dispenser has shears, we will obtain honeycombs. So we have designed this small circuit, where with a comparator we will be able to detect honey level 5. This comparator will send a redstone signal towards the dispenser which has bottles collecting the honey. Just beneath the dispenser we have an item filter. A honey bottle stack only has 12 items, so we need to fill the rest of the slots this way, 1, 1, 1 and 12. And in case of the dispenser, always remember to leave one of the spaces free. But there is a more compact way to do this, considering the filter is unnecessary. So we have this unit here, where we have expanded the circuit that detects honey level 5 and combined it with 2 units over here. And beneath there is no filter, only 2 hoppers directed to a chest. And we can use this space below as a hall. Here we have a hopper with a full slot and another 28 items, and this is only to produce a signal in order for the comparators to compare. Power 5. When a comparator detects honey level 5, they will send a signal of 5, giving power to the dispenser and collecting the honey or the honeycombs. So if we combine 4 units like the one you see here, we'll have 8 hives in a space here, and inside the bees will be unable to get out. We can build this base even more compact, but if you want to see the bees fry semi-freely, you can build this. And if we come to this basement over here, we can check the dispensers, and in this case, this dispenser can be totally full with bottles, quite different from the previous case. We just need to come here periodically, and if we find that the bottles are running low, we just replace them. Instead of the traditional 20-minute test, we did a 1-hour test, and these are the results. If we place empty bottles in the dispensers, we'll obtain honey bottles, but if we place cheers, we'll obtain honeycombs. So in this case, we obtain 12 honey bottles produced in each dispenser, giving a total of 96 in 1 hour, or 36 honeycombs produced in each dispenser, giving a total of 288. And the materials needed to build this farm are as follows. Where we have some simple redstone elements, some building materials, the flowers, the grass block, the filler items, and of course don't forget our tools. So let's head over to a tutorial. First we will need a space like you see here, 15 by 15 by 7 blocks high. We come to one of the sides of the space and pick the central block. Let's mark it out and let's build this hall 3 blocks wide. Leaving 1 block space to the end. Let's place a mark here also. And over the scaffold, we start to make a column with trapdoors. 5 trapdoors tall. The same with the other side. In the interior part, we place the ladders. And in the third block high, we place a opaque block, and in the middle, dirt blocks, 9 blocks, and at the end another block. Now in the side of the platform we will extend 1 block further, leaving these 3 blocks of space, placing a total of 8, and leaving 2 block space at the end. The same of the other side, 2 blocks of space here, and 3 at the end. So this is a space for the double chest, where we will place 4 on each side. So we come to the top part, and over the chest we will place 2 hoppers feeding them. Remember to place these hoppers on the side where we left the 3 blocks of space. Now we take our luminous block and place it the following way, 1 in the middle of each pair of hoppers. And now with the slabs, we build this small structure over here. Now let's place some flowers in the middle, and over the slabs let's place some carpet. I prefer moss because it looks pretty much like grass. But we'll have to leave the hoppers uncovered. Now we come to the outside part and place the dispensers facing up in each of the hoppers. Now just over the hoppers we will place the beehives, facing towards the inner part. Now we place the 2 doors, facing the inner part. And finally we will close up with the walls using glass, 2 blocks high. Now we come over here and also use the glass as a roof. And finally we close off all this section here. Before leaving, remember to leave these doors closed. And we finish off closing this well for the ladders. Now with the opaque blocks we place 1 behind the beehive and 1 under the dispenser. on the 8 positions. Now we build these small platforms with the slabs. And over them some redstone dust. And to finish off with some blocks at the end of the redstone. We come over, and over the redstone we place another block. Coming to the top, we take our slabs and build a small structure here in the shape of a T. In the middle we place our redstone dust. Here a hopper, taking a signal from a hopper a comparator, and 2 comparators facing this way. Now let's fill the hopper with some items. The first slot with an stackable item, and on the second one we place another 28 cheap items. Over the hopper a block of glass, and over these blocks some carpets, in order to avoid spawning. And we do pretty much the same for the other 3 units. And done. That is pretty much the farm. So just remember that these beehives have to be full with bees. In order to obtain them, you just need a campfire and a block to close the entrance. Then with a silk touch tool, you take the nest. So I leave that to you. Once you place them, the bees will start to pollinize the flowers. And of course remember to leave these doors closed in order for the bees not to escape. That includes during the construction of the farm. Remember that you are also able to choose the flower you want. And even combine various types of flowers. And these flowers can be many. Remember we have all these varieties. These 8 small ones over here. The 2 block tall flowers. The 4 tulips. And bees can also pollinate mangrove propagules, hanging or on the floor, flowering azalea bushes, flowering azalea leaves, berry bushes, but curiously enough, not the spore blossom. And as a last tip, remember that the bees are going to be pollinizing the flowers, but only under 2 conditions. The beehives must not have an item just in front of them. That is the reason we eliminated the carpets over here, over the hoppers, or the bees will not be able to get out. Another thing is that it must be daytime, and it must not be raining or a thunderstorm. And in nighttime, they will start to search for their home and not go out until the sun rises. This is going to interfere with the production of the farm. So I have a proposition for you. Yep, we can build this on the end. No night and no raining. The bees will never stop working. So I leave that to you. If you want to build this farm on your main base, where you will spend a lot of time and do AFK, or come to the end, where the farms will be more productive and the bees will never stop working. Here we have the exact same farm, which I had previously designed in order for it to work on the end. So we just come to this basement and collect everything that is being produced. You will see that this room is not even 3 blocks high, meaning that the Enderman will not fit here. And if you see the farm from the top, you will see that there is no block where hostile mobs will be able to spawn. And of course this farm is modular and able to be expanded. So in this case you will see 4 of the farms together. These 2 front ones have been equipped with glass bottles, which will be collecting honey. and the other 2 have been equipped with shears, which will be collecting honeycombs. So in this case, of course, we are quadrupling the production of the farm back there. Of course, if you want even more production, we just need to build more of these modules. Just remember that each of these hives have to be equipped with 3 bees in order for them to produce at their maximum power. Another thing is that this hopper does not have to be 2 of them. We can just take 2 comparators and take 2 signals from one of them. So for the quantity of materials, remember that for each module we just need to multiply by the number of modules we want our farm to contain. And that is the total quantity of materials. And in case you need even more honey or more honeycombs, write in the comments why do you need that much. And this is the end of the video. This has been BigWow161, and remember,